Since you. Yay, we're live. Huzzah.
What the heck? You cut off the bottom again. No, don't keep pushing it. Silly panda. She keeps trying to put it into frame instead of working the camera. She's just so used to putting it back into frame with all the other stuff. Ugh. There. And I can do that. That should work. Yeah, it's fully in frame on mine. It's just that, yeah, see? It's just your display picture. I guess it's the resolution you have or something. Maybe that's the problem you were having with Facebook just a moment ago. Is that your resolution is like a little like zoomed in. But anyway, you can hit us off.
So, subscribers, I am doing a mini version of a large project I'm supposed to be working on for my parents. So, trying to remember how I had done it. Because I know that the words were arced.
Okay.
I can't remember if they were top or the bottom. I want to say they were the top.
Yeah, I think they were top. I can't remember. But no, we have a giant piece of wood. And that's what the live streams will going to be for the next little while. Is Tammy slowly working on that. I'm not sure how long it'll take her. It could be like the entire next stream is just that, but it's not. It's just a long stream. We're not sure. But yeah, her parents have a wall that they would like. This on. And I'm moving chat.
This isn't the first drawing that I've done for my parents. I did a very large wall piece for them as well.
Yeah, you've done that. Two of them.
One was in their old house, and then they tore that one down and built a new house. So I did their new house too.
Yep. Yeah, the first one was a raven, correct?
Correct, yes.
In the, which is kind of amusing because it was in the exact same style wall, like the kitchen wall.
Yep.
Or dining room wall, I guess, proper terms. Your parents' new place, the dining room, the kitchen, and the living room were all kind of just one giant room. But yes, so Tammy's first one was a raven. The second one was a
giant tree, because my mom wants to do like a family tree with like photos and stuff. So I did this giant tree with a black bear in it, in the trunk of it.
And you've done like, I think, 2 doors?
At least 2 doors, yeah.
So this one's going to be on a piece of wood. They were originally wanting her to paint another door. Unless we're going to be painting on a door. But then they went with the conclusion that they're probably going to not have the door constantly open. So, because of that, I think that's what the decision was, is that they aren't going to have the door always open, so it wouldn't be able to be seen all the time. They were thinking about then getting her to do a piece of wood, and they were just going to attach it to something else, and then that wasn't working. So now it's going to be on a piece of wood. It's just going to be attached to a wall.
Inside.
And it's when you walk inside, you see it.
Because the building's made of like concrete brick, I think.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so I think I had. I'm going to do really weird little sketches of the critters so I have an idea of what I'm putting where here. Because, you know, I'm so good at doing animals. I know. Comes with practice.
So yeah, Tammy's not sure if on the finished project if she's going to have 3 or 4. She's going to be doing 4 here.
Yeah.
But she's not sure if the final project she's going to have 3 or 4. Trying to watch my screen rather than you. Can I see what people see? Right now I see just a bunch of jumbled lines.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Panda on a shirt. And you with your wedding ring. So yes, it will be, talking to future people, not present people, because there is no present people. But future people. The one that she's working on right now is going to be a moose. The one afterwards is a bear. The one after that is a deer. The funny part is the fact that, because there's a delay on the video, as I'm watching the video, I can see your hand in the corner of my eye go and circle the object. But then it's a while before you circle the object. And the last one, circle, is it's going to be a pig. And they're going to be playing dice. Are you not going to circle the dice? Dice. That was not a circle. That was a box. You boxed the dice. Anyway, and on top it says the meat shop. Da-da-da-da. If any present people join, then yeah. Just kind of weird. The first time we did it was like, did this. We had so many, like, my nephews, bots, join. And then afterwards, just no one. It's always like people are busy on Sunday or something. Who's busy Sunday at the afternoon at like 5 or 6?
The only thing I can think of is that they're having dinner.
Totally should watch us while having dinner. Nah, don't do that. You lose your appetite after listening to me. You wanted to laugh too. You wanted to laugh. I heard those little giggles from you. As a joke, we should start doing these at like 2 a.m. on I think I said this last time. Maybe we'll actually get somebody to join. Do you want to be behind or in front? I kind of like the idea of like the lettering, like it was painted on a wall.
Okay.
So his antler would be like right in front of it. Yeah, that would the only difference it would make is that it doesn't change much, does it?
No, not really.
I like it personally because I like the idea of like they're in the meat shop playing dice. So, yeah.
That looks definitely more not bear-like.
Not bear-like, huh?
Yeah, it looks.
I'm just bugging you. Don't worry. I'm just bugging you. Nope. Apparently we have a number 2. Number 2. Seeing how I'm number 1.
having so many issues with this today.
Number 2, if you'd like to comment, I will reply to you. And Tammy's not usually reading the chat, just because she's focusing on that. But I will repeat what you basically say to her. And, if it's actually a question dealing with her art or whatnot. Or you can just watch. That is fine too.
Trying to figure out if that looks.
It looks teddy bearish.
Yeah, well, it's better than what it was looking like, which
Just
was
saying,
cat-ish.
It does look teddy bearish. But yeah, so back down to 1, to the second person left. Probably just some random person on YouTube checking it out. Oh, apparently it was my sister, actually. So she says hello.
Hello.
Because you're joining, and now this is present person versus past person, who isn't going to be future person. Tammy is drawing a thing for her mother. It is at the top there. It says the meat shop. From mostly drawn to the fact that she's covering the person. It is a moose, a bear, a deer, and a pig. And you're playing dice. And what is happening is she is going to be drawing them on this to make sure she's got the placement right and it looks right and stuff like that. Then afterwards, we have a big board off the side. She's not going to be doing it today, but there's a big board off to the side. And next week, she's actually going to be painting roughly this on a much larger scale. Apparently, my sister got a dog. No, this is actually for her mom's, like one of the walls at her mom's place. Her mom has wanted it on a door, and then later on decided that she was just going to put it on the wall. And what they're just going to do is they're going to take the board, drill holes into the concrete brick wall, and then put bolts onto it. No, it's going to not by the tree. It's going to be actually inside a completely different. They have like a little shop where they smoke their own meats. They refer to it as the meat shop. So they do that. They smoke their own meat that they hunt. And this is some of the stuff that they actually smoke. These are some of the animals. Tammy will actually be painting this with smaller paints.
I can get this bear fixed up so it doesn't go teddy bearish.
We're using dollar store paints and stuff. Acrylic. Tammy's checking her phone.
I'm pulling up my picture for reference.
She is trying to find a picture of a bear. So that way she can actually make the bear's face look less teddy bearish and more real bearish. And hello, nephew. Sorry for that noise. I was flipping the paint in my hand and dropped it on the floor. So yeah. Random other things. I encouraged Tammy to buy bird seed. It's like one of those like little cones of bird seed all like mushed together. And I put it on my trees in my front lawn because I wanted 'cause the other day my cat was sitting at the window and started making noises towards the bird out there. So I decided I would tease her with more birds by feeding the birds. So far, no birds have showed up, but I believe once they find out there's a feeder there, they will join. I'm just hoping that the birds can actually eat the feed. It's not too smushed together for the little birds.
Can't quite tell if it's the same or not, but
it looks a lot different than the teddy bear look. I'm not quite sure if it's better or not.
One of the things I did was I increased its neck size, so
it also kind of oddly looks like it has like a goatee mustache thing going on. They say it looks good. Yes, tough one. Maybe try not making it look like he's smiling. I'm trying to help you.
Yeah,
Don't give me that.
I'm getting frustrated, so
I know you're getting frustrated. No, I have no clue. The bear is going to be bothering her. I think you're just going to have to accept it not being perfect. And then see what you can do with the bigger one.
Whatever.
Wait, this actually hasn't.
Sorry if this stage seems boring to you, but
I'm sorry, I was reading my catnip. It's in here because the other day we were doing quick draws, which I have to edit here soon. And when we were doing those, I have a little box and I put catnip in it. My cat was just rubbing up against it. I sent it to a bunch of people over Snapchat. And I was just looking at the thing and it starts like explaining some stuff. I was like, wait, there's instructions for catnip? So I had to read quickly the instructions for catnip. It's not really instructions, it just informs you, like, our catnip was meant for, or cats appreciate catnip at 9 months old. And our catnip is, grown from herbs and blah, blah, blah. And it's safe for everyone, but, please don't eat it. It's only meant for cats. So, yeah. But maybe after you're done inking that, if you wanted to, you can always, I guess not really. Just say you can always get the board and show them, but the board wouldn't even fit on. It would just block up the sun.
yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of test work and whatnot to get
Yeah.
that one set up properly.
The board is 3 by 4 feet? No, 2 feet.
Wide.
2 feet, huh?
2 feet wide.
It's 2 feet by 4. Yeah. It's 2 feet wide by 4 feet tall or long. Whatever way you want to go with it. So either she does it where you only see, a little bit of it at a time, or we pull the camera back even further. She places it down, and we try to get it so you guys can see everything. And that will be next week. Pop, 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 pop. So, oh yeah, I changed my. This is just side notes. These are things that happened in our lives. I changed my toilet seat cover. I did not know how much a pain in the butt that was. Primarily, if you don't know, at least my toilet, I'm pretty sure everyone's toilet, but at least my toilet, one of the things is that you have to just hold the bolt part on and you screw the actual nut. No, I guess it's the other way around. You hold the nut part and you screw the bolt part in. And when you're doing it, so the nut part, you're just basically holding. And instead of actually rotating it, which is fine. I didn't realize that at first. And then when we went to actually do that, because what had happened is our previous nut broke. So we only had out of the two nuts, only one of them was on. So after when we went to go remove it, the reason the original one broke is because the plastic part just got so old that it just snapped. The new one, the plastic was so old, or not the new one, sorry, the other one, the one that had not been removed yet. It had been so old that the plastic, when you put the screwdriver in, because that's how you removed it, the screwdriver just ate away at the plastic. So Tammy had to, I started it, and then Tammy finished it. But we had to take a file that Tammy had bought at a garage sale 2 years ago and file down this piece of plastic and then shove the file in and start rotating it that way. And then the old one, the new one, sorry. Frick. I'm just messing up words right now. The new one, it has a feature instead of where you screw it in a certain way. It just, instead of doing that, you put them on there and then you put the toilet seat on there and you just push a little thing and it just seals it, locks it up. I have to actually tighten them a little bit more. I have to give them another, I think both of them need to be screwed in about another quarter turn. And then we bought ourselves a hose, a 50-foot hose. Our landlord gave us a hose when we to water the lawn, but the one hose has breaks in it. And Tammy and me were, instead of just telling him, my sister's leaving us. She's going to go finish dinner. So you were right. They are just dinner people. Maybe we'll do this later then. Would that be better for people? Do get back to us if it'd be better if we did it later or earlier. But anyway, he had gave us a hose. But the hose is just old and it's, wearing. So Tammy and me were just like, well, we could tell him that and get him to get us another hose. Or we could just buy ourselves a hose, and then when we move out, we have a hose. So we just buy ourselves a hose.
Just like how last year we bought ourselves a lawnmower.
An electric lawnmower. He has a gas one, and he's like, just use my gas one. Just use my gas one. It's okay. And me and Tammy were like, no. One, because we're not sure how the fuel's going to work. We're not sure if, like, you know, if it runs out of fuel, if, you know, we replace it or if he replaces it. But the other thing is, like, if anything breaks on it, is it our fault? And that concept is like, well, we might as well just buy our own. And we want electrical. So we just bought our own, and then we're just like, yeah, if it breaks, it's our lawnmower. We'll fix it. And then we were using it this year the first time because part of the grass was just needing to be cut. So we're like, oh, we'll cut all the grass and then water it all the next couple days. And we did that. And after, while we were doing it, our upstairs neighbors came home. And they're like, so we were told that we had to mow the lawn too. I'm like, okay. And she's like, so can we just like borrow that? I'm like, oh, we've already, like, I already had told Tammy before they even showed up. I'm like, we're just going to do it all. Like, that's why I had told Tammy. So we'll just do it all the lawn. It's not that hard. And she's like, oh, no, like, I can help. I'm like, I understand. Like, I do appreciate the fact that you're not like the previous one which is why we have a divided lawn. The previous one never mowed. So, like, we mowed, and then we mowed, and then we were like, okay, well, they get to mow next time, and then they never mowed. And then the landlord got mad. Oh, I'm going to go get a drink so you can talk to them while I'm gone. Now, Tammy, I understand how much you love to talk and how much you just will chat their ear off. But you got to give them breaks in between, Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
You got to breathe during sentences. This is all sarcasm, by the way. Which, if you didn't catch that, you really have not been watching the videos. And shame. Do you have a bottle of water in every room in this house?
No.
Just 3? 4 of them? There's a bottle of water in this room. So was a bottle of water in the living room till you drank it all.
Yeah, there's none in the bathroom and there's none in the bedroom, so I would leave the kitchen, which I don't think I have in there.
I don't know. I think you should have one in all the rooms. You should totally have one in all the rooms, Tams. Also, we bought lights for. We bought lights for our kitchen. They're the big fluorescent tube lights, and we got lights for them. And Tammy hates it. We have the reason she hates it. Just going over it is we have 3 spots that have lights. The one right over the table, one which has 4 bulbs, the one in the hallway which has 2 bulbs, and the one over the sink which has 2 bulbs. The one over the table, it started flickering, so we replaced the ones over the sink because we never use them. We use the ones in the sink, and put them into the ones in over the table. And then they died. So we only had 2 sets instead of 4. And when we bought the new lights, we bought them because we were the hallway ones were starting to flicker. They stopped flickering because they're like that. And so because we bought them anyway, I was like, well, let's just make sure that you're not a weird color and stuff like that. Because I was pretty sure we bought the wrong ones. We did. That's okay. So I put them into the one above the table. And so now there's 4 lights in there. And it just makes it so bright in there. So Tammy hates that we have them now. Because it makes it so bright in there. But we have to buy 2 more sets. One for above the sink. And one for the hallway. Just when it actually finally goes. The one above the table, the reason that it's the wrong lights is because we have in there cooling lights. They're basically white lights. And the ones that we just put in there are warming lights. They're more of a light red, like very little faint red.
Warm toned lights and cool toned lights.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is when we actually go back and buy them, we're going to buy the cool lights and put them into the above the table, and then we're going to put the ones that we just bought now above the sink. Oh yeah, that's coming together a lot better now that I can see it in inked and. Though to me it just looks like a blob of brown because the resolution on that. We'll have to get a couple things. Me and Tammy are thinking if we actually do these live streams more often, or if we do a bunch of other things more often, we're gonna have to buy certain things. Like Tammy has to buy a new printer because her printer is just going. We need to buy a better webcam because it needs to have a higher resolution. Stuff like that. Oh, that's interesting, Tams. I just realized that it's reversed on your screen. On my screen, it's all proper and stuff. But on yours, it's backwards. Weird. Grab your phone because you have a notification. I don't know what it is.
It's probably just Facebook.
Yeah, it's just when I commented. On Facebook, blank, not gonna say the name, liked your thing but are not watching us. Would you like me to comment on mine or yours? Tagging them and then telling them, that they could always click the link and watch. Or do you want to say F it, not care?
You want to tag them and let them know.
Well, can I even tag them with mine? Or do I have to actually use you? Well, apparently I can't with mine. I have to do with yours. because I don't actually have the person on my Facebook.
Didn't just want to use straight black, so I had to make a dark gray. Just so you know.
Nah, I won't bother.
I think they were in the same time zone, so they knew.
Oh no, the person actually liked your actual thing. It's just they never clicked the link.
Mm.
They're one of them peoples who are like, awesome, but I'm not going to watch. But never say, awesome, but I'm not going to watch. I like when people are honest with us. Watch Tammy draw her YouTube, no, not you, your YouTube channel. Live now. Send. Snapchat. Now I'm going back so that I'm actually watching. Mixing colors over there.
Yep. So that way the deer and the moose are different colors.
How dare you moose around with this stuff?
Oh, deer. The colors I'm going to be using on the big project are obviously not going to be these little dollar store acrylic tubes. I have a separate set of like actual cans of paint.
Yeah. So I think it would be funny if you actually just use the dollar store acrylic paints.
It's doable. Totally doable.
Oh, seeing how it's going to be inside, it's even more doable. Even if it wasn't, I think theoretically we could just use that spray paint that we have to clear spray paint.
My clear coat.
Yeah. Ooh, we have a number 2. Hello, number 2. I am unsure who number 2 is, but
that is okay. I tried to make it so that the blackberry here has more distinct teeth. But it is hard.
Yeah. It doesn't look bad. You'll have to scan it and then send it to your mom afterwards to see if it is up to her.
Snuff.
Yeah, sure, we'll go snuff. Why did you? Sorry, I'm looking at where like just something just drew my eye over there. There's Tammy got a pack of like erasers. I believe is what they were, and one of the she bought it because one of them was like a panda, which is perfectly fine. That's why I was okay with it. Maybe it wasn't a panda, maybe it was a monkey. I can't remember right now. But anyway, but I'm looking over there, and she's got the koala. Wow,
Koala.
English. She has the koala bear, the giraffe, the polar bear, and the rhino just sitting over there. So, number 2, if you would like to say anything in the chat, I will reply to you verbally. If you have any questions, number 2 left.
No.
Probably just random number 2.
It's way too dark now. No. I was contemplating on doing a pig or an actual boar. Wouldn't have been too hard to change it, but hey.
I like the pig, but that's just me.
The piggy.
I hate that my number 2s leave. I'm really looking forward to having a number 2 and a number 3. And maybe even number 4.
Every time number 2 comes in, I always think of Star Trek.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Why can I not get the correct home for the piggy? This looks too dark.
Oh, see, I didn't even realize that was a pun. We went live at 5. I guess it's not really a pun, more of like a rhyming, but I didn't realize that we actually had done that. Guessing you did?
I did, yes. That's why I said it as such.
Yeah. I'm the one that suggested we start this at 5. It was 3:30 at the time. I knew we couldn't do 4. I didn't really want to do 4:30. So I like doing it at even numbers. So we went live at 5, apparently. You know, we could make that like a normal thing.
Maybe.
You know, instead of calling them like the live stream, we can call it the live at 5.
Piggy.
Yeah.
I think I might. Because I didn't think about the lettering.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if I should do maybe red or green.
I say go with red for now. No, that may look too much like blood. I was just thinking because your mom does like red, and we have red for the hearts and stuff, so we had red. But yeah, probably go green.
Should we do the pick?
Yeah, sure, go with that green. My leg went to sleep. It went to sleep. It's sleeping. It's sleeping. Oh, we're gonna have to cut audio there. That was pretty rude of what you said there, Thames. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
And then you say it again. You know how much effort it's gonna take for me to cut the audio twice in a live stream? Three times, Tammy. This is just getting ridiculous.
I'm actually getting frustrated with this brush.
Okay, get a different brush. Four times, Tammy.
Shush. Shush.
If you haven't caught it, Tammy's actually not saying anything. It's just I do that to her occasionally. I'll just look at her and be like, "Wow, you're gonna say that?" And Tammy just like looks at me going, "I didn't say anything, and you know I didn't say anything." Or then I'll be like, oh, "You're not even gonna defend yourself about," whew. Or I'll do that on like like Xbox if we're on mics with a friend. I'll be like, right before the friend joins the party, I'll be like right after the person joins, I'll be like, "Oh, that was pretty rude what you said about blank." Right before they joined the party? That's pretty harsh. My one associate-ish friend, he was like, "Yeah, I know, it was pretty harsh." I think he said that, that he said like, it was just like something like silly, like like about like a nom nom kind of deal. Like that's all he was, like, just doing something like silly. I'm like, oh man, you really got because the friend in question was actually sitting next to me, so he could hear me talk, but couldn't hear the rest of the party, and still hadn't got his headset on. I'm like, oh, you're gonna have to say that to our friend's face here, and then he got a headset, and he's like waiting for it, and then he just like sitting. He's like, okay, that was amusing. Ooh, I know what we're having for dinner.
Food.
Oh, yes. One does usually digest food for dinner.
Beep boop.
Okay. Time's a robot.
The robot that eats all the food.
So you're like one of those robots in Horizon Zero Dawn?
Sure.
Well, they were eating all the organic material for power. But no, probably have burgers tonight.
The biggest.
And then you can work on your character a little. Even if you don't use the character for on Mondays we play D&D. our friend GMs, and we have other people who are a part of it. Is that the green that over there?
Yeah.
Okay. What green is it called?
Christmas green.
Okay. Here, use hunter green for the words. I think it's too bright for the words, personally. But yeah, when you send this to your mom, she can get the concept of what she would like changed or added or whatever. Ooh, we have another number 2. But anyway, on Monday, we play D&D, and oh, hi, it is West. Tammy's drawing a picture of for her mother. We're going to be putting on a big 4x2 board that her mother's going to put up in her shop. It is of a moose, a bear, a deer, and a pig playing dice. If you have any questions or want to say anything, I will relay the message to Tammy. She says it looks good.
Thank you.
But yes, like I was saying, on Monday we play D&D, and what was I gonna say? Oh, I want to start GMing soon. So I'm getting some stuff together so that I can actually GM. It's gonna be like months out, but I want them all to make characters and stuff so I can actually make my own story for it. But going to this, because you don't know because you joined now. Next week, Tammy has a giant, like I said, the 4x2 board that we're going to set up here, and Tammy's going to basically paint this this picture onto the giant board. We're probably going to go live again at 5 because Tammy really likes that rhyming thing now, and I like it too. Live at 5. Oh, my ear's itchy. Oh, wow, it is really itchy. Wow. Besides coloring the dice, and besides coloring the words, you just have to go over everything again with the brush tip.
Yeah, I gotta re-ink everything again. I just wasn't sure what color I should get these dice done up as.
Do you want me to give you like yellow? You can do them in yellow.
Sure.
Or do you want to do orange? Oh.
I don't know.
Okay, well, when you figure it out, get back to me. For anyone that's wondering, this is printer paper taped onto a foam board, like we were doing before. It's so that it doesn't move around and stuff like that as much, and doesn't start to crinkle. So yes, next week, next Sunday, we are going to do another live stream, live at 5. For anyone that wants to join. If you have any questions or thoughts about the drawing, ask. Either now or then. It doesn't really matter.
Such tiny little crevices.
It's also, like I said before, interesting to watch from my point of view because I look over and I see her doing something and I see her pull her arm away and then I look back at the screen and she's still painting and then she pulls her arm away because there's a delay. I think I indicated it was a 3 or 4 second delay.
Something like that, yeah.
Let me test this. I figure out when it was. I can't tell. Because you didn't pull away as much as I thought you were. Yeah, it's about 3. Three-second delay. So I have 3 seconds to censor anything Tammy says.
Bleep.
Bleep bloop.
Don't know if orange would be better because yellow would also be good. The problem is they're so close. The color concept. So.
Well, you got pure pumpkin
Mm.
or vivid yellow or bright yellow or pumpkin orange.
Fun colors.
Which one do you? Does anyone want to vote? Right, you can't even see the dice on the thing. So go with the orange because it should pop more.
Should I go with pumpkin orange or pure pumpkin?
Here, I'm going to take both of them. I'm going to put them behind my back. You're just going to pick an arm.
The right one.
Okay. So that would be pure pumpkin. There you go. Some pure pumpkin for you.
My little pellet's almost full.
So, is there much difference in pure pumpkin and pumpkin orange? Probably not. It's actually, I think, just the company. Because the pumpkin orange is from the Color Factory, while the other one was from Deco Art. Deco Art. DECO.
Deco.
Deco Art. Deco Art.
There was one of the paintbrushes.
That's why I just was like, yeah, I'll put them behind my back and you get to choose one.
Now the question is the eyeballs. Should I just leave them as such?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
When Tammy does a large drawing, she's probably not going to be using this. She'll probably just be using black paint to go over the lines again. But so yeah, Tammy's just going to go over all of her lines again. That way, it kind of just makes everything pop a little bit more.
Yay!
Oopsie.
I effed up.
Oh well. It does remind you to be careful. For the, what Tammy did was she put her hand on there before the paint was dry on green. The words, so the S is a little smudged at the bottom, but that's okay. This is basically just the Tammy had originally drawn a sketch for this, but she can't find the sketch, so she had to redraw it anyway. So what Tammy decided was, if she was going to have to re-sketch it out anyway, should she just draw it completely, color it completely, and then confirm it with her mom. Though I don't see her mom saying no to any of it. Maybe changing some of the colors, but that's about it. Because her mom, last time we talked to her about it, was very much in the concept of, I trust your judgment, just go for it. Because we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do. And after a bunch of trying to go for it, her mom was just like, this is what you're talking about is perfectly fine. I think I'm actually the one that came up with this, wasn't I?
I don't remember.
Because I said it would be funny if because we were talking about having, I think her mom said something about having like something for the meat shop and stuff like that. And I think I came up with the concept of like the card, like the animals playing cards, kind of like the dogs playing cards. And I think that's when her mom went, I like the idea, however, I would rather them play dice because we play more dice here. And then after that, we were trying to discuss what animals and where to put them and stuff like that. And that's when her mom was like, I trust your guys' or Tammy's judgment, just go for it.
Because originally I was going to do like a cow and a pig, and I think I was going to try and have a chicken somewhere in there.
Yeah, more farming animals, but.
Because my parents deal a lot with outdoors and stuff like that, and hunting and whatnot.
Yeah.
I went with outdoorsy animals, wild game.
What is dice, though? Dice is a dice game.
It's 10,000.
It's called 10,000. Is what the actual game is called. Thank you, Tammy. You roll 5 dice, and ones and fives. Ones are what, 100?
Yeah, ones are worth 100, fives are worth 50. And if you get 3 of a kind, it's that number times 100. So if you roll 3 6s, that's 600.
Yeah. And the idea is the fact that if you roll a 1, you put that off to the side, and you get to roll the 4 extra dice. And if you roll a 1 or a 5 in there, you keep going. And if you have no dice left, you then take all the dice and restart, if you want to. Then at some point, you have to bank the points. If you roll no numbers, like no 1s and no 5s, or no 3 or more of a kind, then you lose all your points, unless you've banked them. And the object of the game is to get to 10,000?
Yes.
Sorry, just making sure I got the right number. I don't play the game, mostly because of the fact that I think I'd play it once or twice. I have not played it at all, but I think I could play it once or twice before I just got bored of it, personally. But Tammy's family really enjoys the game, which is great. They have something to do when they're together. And they all just sit around the table and do that. So after this lining of the words, you're going to line the dice again.
Yeah.
And then we're done?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. So if any questions are about this, you have about that amount of time. If you don't have any questions, that's fine. I will repeat again that we are going live next week at 5. I repeat, live at 5.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of calligraphy. It's just me.
Yeah. Tammy's not a huge person of writing anything.
It's just amusing because I've been told that on most occasions I have very nice printing.
You have very nice printing. You also draw, you do print very well. Your problem is the fact that it revolves around words and the amount of words you want to use. It's just not there. You rather pantomime. And yes, I did say that correctly / incorrectly. I did say panda mime instead of panta because Tammy is a panda. And if you didn't know that, I got 2 words for you. What? Why?
There was a significance of the numbers that were showing on top of these dice. I just can't remember what numbers they were.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can find them. If not, we'll have to get your mom to retell you the numbers. Okay.
I'm sure I can figure them out again, but
I think they were supposed to be like the date everyone was born.
I think there was a 6, a 5, 2 2s. I think 11, 15. Yeah. So I think it was supposed to be 2 5s, a 6, and 2 2s.
I don't know.
So anyway.
So that's the stream.
The mini version.
Yeah. We'll have to get Like I said, Tim's gonna have to scan that.
Into my man.
Yep. Yeah. Just remember that when you actually end the stream, Tammy, you have to give 3 seconds leeway. Because if you just go, see you later, bye, and hit end, it will not actually finish properly. It will not. Like, I noticed it last time. I was like, oh, and you're just like, see you later, bye. And as you hit bye, it was just like, I saw, I was like, oh. Oh, we have 3 people now. What is this? 3 people now? Hello, number 3. You come back, or you come now. You're too late. We are about to end. Unless, you know, you two want to stick around and Tim can start a new drawing. But you guys are going to have to talk. Yeah. Wes is saying bye.
Okay, well, I appreciate you guys coming out, my subscribers. And possibly
Next
future
week, Sunday, live at 5.
Pacific Standard Time. We will see you then.